We're running out of time, so unfortunately we cannot read all this sharing, but I'm sure we can go online and read everyone's sharing. Thank you very much. So every year we have our brothers and sisters share with us. So we have brother Jishe and brother uh, and her his wife as well to accompany us today. So thank you very much. And Sister Cixi is here as well. So she is also helping us with our writing, our sharings. So we will have her to join us as well, and we will see her sharings for next week. So I would like to see their stories. So this is one of the TV programs that we have, which is showing what happened this day in history, Cixi history. So this one we saw our volunteers in the US to be able to assist those that have suffered from the wildfire. And this is them going to the roads to fundraise. Is it very heavy? No, no. Is the box very heavy? No. And we can see that even the local TV station has asked Cixi why we are willing to do that. So this is one of the first disaster relief since the 9/11, September 11th incident. So this is why they went to the streets and asked and fundraised for the wildfires. So this is one of the activities that they had, which they did a walk to be able to raise funds. So here we can see that they organized this activity to allow people to be healthy in mind and healthy at heart as well. Oh, and healthy in body. And so now we would like to invite this brother and sister to come and share with us. And today they are here because they have written a book about this brother and sister and their stories. Because these stories keep increasing as they do more and more city activities. So we hope that this new book is a second edition of the first one. So, the sister who wrote the story said that she is forever accompanied these elderly couple because she can see that although they are getting older, but they're very young at heart. So, brother and sister will be traveling around Taiwan to share their story with everyone. So they are going to be sharing in 47 sessions. So yesterday they were in Hualien, and we can see that they're working so hard. And although Brother Jishe is not feeling great, but is a little under the weather, but he is still working very hard. So they said that they want to use all their life to do everything. So there is three people that they will share together. So we'll have Sister Lu Jin, and then we'll have Sister Cixi, and then lastly we'll have Brother Jishe to share. I like to be with you because you have positive vibes. So, does everybody see the book? I'll share it with everyone. Okay, so we'll ask you to be seated. So this book is called Joyful Giving. So we have some prizes for Q&A. Hello, I'm back here again. Okay, so it is this is from Las Vegas office, and it's a present for our 20th anniversary. So we have a very hard question for everyone. When is this book published? Oh, column published. Does anybody remember? So 2016. Yes. Very great. Good job. And the second one, this is a very easy question. So is Meeting the Author is the name of the book. And who was the first author that came? So I was the first one. So this is the first time slot that we had, and it was especially for authors. So we'd like to share the story of Brother Jishe. And so Brother Jishe has a very interesting life story. So starting from the first part is the road to education. So at first he was living in the veteran area of Gangsan. And then he went to the medical school in NTU, which is the National Taiwan University. And so he changed his occupation from being a doctor to actually being a businessman. And then he became a full-time volunteer. So this is the Brother Jishe's timeline. So he started to know Cixi in 1996 or 1994, sorry. He got to know Cixi, and then in 97, he became the contact person of Long Island. And then in 01, he became the Vice Deputy CEO. And then in 2002, he started the medical free clinic. And then in 2014, and then till now, he has been working as the medical mission director, and going to ECOSOC and becoming accredited with ECOSOC UN. And because he has a background in finance, so he started to work and help our donations become more sustainable, and doing fundraising activities, and being credited with FEMA. So being accredited with FEMA means that we are able to access some national insurance from the US government. So it's very important that we are able to become accredited FEMA member. So we are able to utilize more resources and more money funding to help our vulnerable communities. And of course, during COVID, PPE was something that was necessary, and US was very much affected. So, Brother Jishe um, assisted and led the PPE drive and also the plant-based diet promotion. And of course, passing on the responsibility to give younger people a chance. So if he is able to pass on the baton to younger people, he is willing to do so. So this is Brother Ge's story. When he was a child, he wasn't very hardworking actually. Often going out before tests and exams. But because his neighbor was actually the top of the class, so he started to learn and be influenced and become very hardworking. And he started to explore what he wanted to do and was able to find a direction in life and completed medical school in National Taiwan University. And he wanted to go overseas to study. So he went to US to study. And then that is where he actually started to learn about Cixi. And now Brother Ge is is at a age where is quite old, as he says himself, but he wants to pass on his experience to others as well. So this book, Joyful Giving, was started in 2017. That was the first book. And this was talking about the story from 1994 to 2017, and then it was translated into English. And now, 5 years later, we have the second version, because from 2017 to 2022, there has been many changes and a lot of very interesting things that have happened. So we would like to use this opportunity to update the book and to talk about the story of being accredited with FEMA, helping during COVID, and promoting plant-based diets, and also the drive for vaccines. So at the start, the vaccines was very hard to get hold of because many people wanted to get the vaccine, COVID vaccines, to protect themselves and their family. So it was actually very hard because there was lots of restrictions and certain places where you need to go. So it was very hard for our elderly Asian community to find these vaccines or how to get these vaccines. So we worked with our local communities to organize places where these elderly uh, Asian communities to come to be able to get their vaccines, to record their details and make sure that they are eligible for vaccinations. And so the story tells of how are we able uh, to be understood and be able to be seen by the mainstream communities.
所以非常感恩菩萨家人用行动护持他们传法的愿力，感恩。
And so uh, a lot of the public was not very understanding of Cixi's medical mission, but slowly and through the hard work of Brother Girl, we were able to um, influence and we were able to inspire the mainstream medical community. So thank you very much for the sister for introducing us. So I knew my husband when I was 19, and so from a very young age, we have been accompanying each other and supporting each other. And I saw his growth and also his wisdom as well. So this is me. I grew up in the same area in Gangsan in Taiwan. I really wanted to grow up fast, so I wanted to help my mom. And I am very glad that I have many positive affinities with those around me. So at that time, when the sister approached me asking whether I wanted to be part of this book, I I didn't know what to say. But I agreed because I hope that we are able to pass this wisdom of my husband. So this is Brother Ge. So when we got married, he didn't tell me. But one day when we went to Chicago with his friends, he he had a vow. He wanted he wanted his goal in life was that he wanted to go with his best friend to wherever needs him to do things that he is needed in this world. So it is because of this vow and I'm very proud and glad that I'm able to accompany him to do all these things. So he was introduced, the sister before introduced Brother Ge very well. So let me jump to the next PowerPoint slide. So when every time at this book sharing, we talk about what Master perceives as her disciple and the characteristics of her disciple. And before I came to Cixi, I always thought I was great, you know. And when I actually came to Cixi, I started to realize that I did not know there were so many other talented people and people that I should look up to in this world. There are so many stories and so many people that I would like to thank and to talk about, but unfortunately, time is very short. Master always says that we want to pass on responsibility and to be able to share our experiences. So, seeing Cixi and meeting Cixi for the first time in 1994, in 97, we had decided that we want to put down our work and become full-time volunteers. Um, at that time, we were moving to another area. I didn't think about my mom, my family, uh, my children, but I said to Brother Ge is what is going to happen to our Long Island branch. And when I came back to Taiwan that time, Brother Ge said, "Don't worry, I'll look after our branch." And when I arrived back to Taiwan, Master asked me, "Did you have any second thoughts?" And um, and although I saw that Master wanted had there was many people that needed to share, but she still had time for me. So I want to talk about the next thing. So why do I want to write this book? In my mind, there was one thing on my mind is that that first book. When we had the first book, many of our Chinese volunteers asked us, "Oh, when will you come and share with us? When will you come and share with us?" So, but in that first time, it was very hard because we had many things that we needed to do in the U.S. and there was parts on how we got into the UN and became accredited with the ECOSOC. So that was in New York. We moved from New York to LA, and when we moved, we at that time, my mother was sick, and there was also the earthquake in Haiti. Uh, and the accreditation in the UN. So, and I saw that Brother Ge really wanted to do something. Um, and so I had to stay in New York, but I told my mom, please wait for me. And so after Brother Ge came back, I came back to Taiwan and managed to see my mom before she passed. So I was very grateful. So at that time when we were leaving for LA, my daughter called me and asked, and was crying, and she said that you didn't tell us that you were going to go to LA. Um, so I, at that time, I felt a little sad, and and I remember Master saying that parents are the role models for their children, and so this is my children. We have two, and she actually came with us to Haiti to do relief work. And so my daughter was a model um, in university, and so people asked her, "Oh, do you want to be a model when you come out of uni?" And my
啊，
daughter
他们
said,
都非
no,
常
I
的支
I
持
want to
我，
use my
而且他们
brain
自己把信用卡给我，他说妈
to
妈，你
make
你觉得
money,
你需要捐多少，
not
你可
just
以
my
随便吧。
looks.
那我
So
真
this
的是
is
觉得上
my
瘾的主人
family.
给了我们这一些，然后
Every
让我们改
time
变了我们的经
when we
济，
are
我觉得非常
fundraising,
谢谢这个
they
家庭。
also
那
give a
就
lot
是
of
算
love,
历史，如果是
and they
100万
say,
的话，我
"Oh,
想我不会改
Mom,
变，还
whatever
是会
amounts you want to
还
donate,
是会
you
选
can
择
donate
当
and
初
just
我
let me
做的那
know."
一件事。那我
So
就
this
去了我
is
台湾的，我就
my
入了我们
family.
台
It
湾
is a
宣
very
教士
happy
的一个
family.
队。我看到我们慈济原来是这么大，我看
So
到
if
那
I had
个师
not
兄师姐成就的这个慈
I
济
do
事
not
业，
regret
所
the
以我
things
就
that I
断
do
定了我要
in
把事
Cixi
业放
and
下
the
去做
choices
事
that I
业。
made.
那这
So
么多年来，将
this
近
is in
30年，我相信我
during
当时
one
我
of our
觉得是
camps
非
and
常的有福，
conferences.
我非
We
常的
can
感恩。
see
好，那我们
many
刚刚
people and
感
we
恩
met
美英
many
老师，他也
people.
有放我们在
And
去年的用健
in this
检
30
做了
years,
21
we
万。
have
那
been able
那一
to
次真的就是
let go
可是其
of
实那时候
um, earning
已
money,
经知
but
道
we
收钱
have
已经不
gained
对
a
了
lot
哈，但
more
是我们还是
and being
把
able
它给了。
to
那同
meet
时
a lot
呢，
of
那
wonderful
我也很
people.
感恩，在左边最上面我们的好朋友，他是实业家，可是我们也把他接引进来。那我的儿
So
子，
at
我的
that
女儿跟女
time,
婿，他们也非常
although
的支持哈，
Brother
参与
Ge
第
already
3
knew
整个
that
的画
his
面都
body
是我们的一些生命中
is
的
not
贵人哈，
well,
他们对我
but
们
we
的
hope
支
that we
持，
are able to
真的是永
complete
生难忘。那
this
最后呢，我想
conference
说大家都有
and
这本书哈，
to
那大家可以看一下这个封面。
so we can
好，
see
葛师
here
兄
all
他
the
曾经
people
是
that
一个医
have
生，他做
good
过财务规划
affinities
师，他做
and
过社工，
people that we
他的
cannot
人生看
forgive.
起来很顺遂。
So you can
可是
see
呢，
that in this
大
book.
家都不知道，他其实出生的时候他是
So
两个眼睛他不
Brother
会讲
Go
话，
used to
他
be
是残疾的。
a
那
doctor and
从医学院，我认
working
识
in
他的时候，他
finance
是一
as
个独
well.
行侠，他从来不会去
But
利用大家哈，用这
when
在医
we
学
when
院的
we
时候，大家为了考
we
试
think that he has a
都
very
用各种的手
good
段，可是他
life,
从来都不会。
but
那他就是
when he was
想说，
born, actually
他
he
要很勇敢的
was
去面对他的
mute
所
and
有
he
的
didn't
挑战。
speak
那我们就一起来
for
听
a
听这
very
个挑
long
战，
time.
非常感恩。
So when he was in school, he had many challenges, but he managed to overcome them. So now let's hear from Brother Ge. Uh, everybody has said what I wanted to say. I really want to thank Sister Lu Jin for writing this book for us. And also, so and also and also Sister Cixi for saying what I want to say and being with me through hard times. Although she has health problems of her own, but she is still willing to do good deeds with me. So the way that Sister talked about Cixi opened my eyes to Cixi. So I was when I was in my 40s, I had a midlife crisis. So at that time, I had everything, and I had a midlife crisis because I kept thinking, when I'm 70 and I will pass away, what will happen? And I didn't at that time I didn't know the power and the love of giving. So everybody has the opportunity to give. So I'm grateful for Dharma Master Zheng Yan and also our brothers and sisters to do many things for Master and all of Cixi. And these things um, are all um, are all in different periods, and it is all things that helped us grow. The things I've learned and the things I've received from doing Cixi is much more than what I have given. Selflessly giving and gratitude. So I want to learn from all brothers and sisters. And this is what Sister Cho Xiang has instilled in me. And my so Sister Cixi has have taught me is doing volunteer work is not just when you have time, but it is making that aspiration to go and that vow to do. And and of course, Brother Stephen, he told me that it is very important to do disaster relief. And being a leader, we must go to disaster relief. And I didn't really understood it at first, but now I understand because when you do and when you actually go to these places, you you can really feel and understand and learn about having that heart of gratitude. So being content with what we have and being able to share love. And this is all that I've learned in Cixi. So I want to encourage and everybody to shoulder responsibility. This is very, very important because when you are um, able to shoulder that responsibility and be grateful and give selflessly and with happiness, uh, then it is the best thing. So that is all that I want to say. But you have still have 2 minutes, so I want to. This is Tsuji, the future of Tsuji in US and beyond. So one of the things is being local, localization, and then globalization. So in these both areas, we have been giving a lot to being localized, but at the same time having the going global. And we hope that we are able to inspire more youth because having more young people, we are able to be sustainable. So, so this is so I've been in Cixi for some time. Cixi is a very beautiful place. So I hope that we are able to be sustainable. So I hope that everybody can work together. Thank you very much. In these 47 are sharing because they had to give the most information. But and we gave the least time, but um, hope that we are able actually to share and have big impact because people can replay over and over again. So we have many sharings um, from our volunteers. So feel free to write comments and it will be read out. So uh, we saw that house in the background. So that was
的黄慧玲特别说，赌城打工皇后，你一定还有好几个10年，我们要听你与波兰共舞。
So they're just discussing about one of the photos with the house, whether it is their house or not.
我们团队说，突然他写与波兰
And here's a sharing saying that
不是，他真的
we know that you will have the
不要质疑，
next
他没有写错字，
10 years,
所以
decade
加
to
拿大
go.
本地
So
舍得放下时间
hope
能力，
that
甘愿欢喜
we hear more of your
不久
stories.
前在金色偶遇你们2个，谁？加拿大的管心灵偶遇你们，慈禧师姐漫步林间田园，亲切的招呼，温暖的。
So this is another sharing from Canada. I'm talking about selfless giving.
不仅是上人心目中的理想弟子，更是慈济团队人品典范，亦是我们精进学习的好榜样。泰国的警署说感恩。
And they're just saying how they admire brother, girl, and also sister Cixi very much. And sharing from Thailand as well. And just talking about how brother Ge worked so hard through the COVID and also sharing Dharma with others. So thank you to the couple for being on this path of Bodhisattva together. So we have many of our brothers and sisters. So we have many of our brothers and sisters from overseas. From Brisbane, from South Africa, and also from I think it's Thailand. I can't remember the last one. Sorry. So we have a lot of different teams, the English-speaking team and also the Spanish team as well. So it was a very exciting and interesting session today. So I hope that everybody is able to share and to click like. So I like to be with you because you have positive vibes. So this is brother Ge. So
他身体改善非常多。我跟淑芬师姐跟齐明师兄，
我
们都有感觉，因为我们在一起用餐之后，我们就问说。
So I remember last time when he came, doing the exercise, we could see that his body has changed a lot. So this is what Brother Ge has. We can buy it at the Jishe cafe. And this is very good for the body. So when he came last time, it seems that he has gotten a lot better. So this is very healthy. And this is a natural antioxidant. Yeah, so it's an antioxidant and it's very young to keep you young.
什么好东西都从那边直接送到我这边。
哦，太好了哈！所以真的是结下了欢喜缘，就是实际真的是。
所以非常感恩。Sister Cixi is a good mom and often delivers food to me. So everyone in Cixi is a big family. So thank you.